Set to Yeti. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Okay, so now I'll just have to all over. I can resave my.
Hey, the game audio.
Okay, so as I said at the beginning, what on earth? Okay, Smith. So I extract.
You wanted to change everything, so.
So okay, so this was in our Steam library, and I was like, what is this? I don't know. So I took off the family-friendly filter just in case. I don't know how things are gonna go. I assume they're weird. It has cats. I'm not too entirely sure. Wrong one. There you go.
I get it.
My hair's not even done today. Like, you making my face huge.
Oh well. We'll look at it.
Alright, well, anywho. So, I don't know what this is at all. Like, I'm excited to know because this has been in the Steam library for like ages. But we'll find out together. Like, this is an experience. Look at that undead. It is very undead. It's very Miss Spock going to the grocery store. Like, this is what I look like. I didn't wear no green today, so no leprechaun pinch me. Like, not today.
Well, the green screen will just blend in anyways.
Yeah, true that. So, we'll figure out how to play. I don't know how to play. That guy doesn't have to go to work today, so I can stream for a little bit longer than I normally would. Plus, our computer had to update. So, this is what I ended up playing. So, it says how to play. You can progress the story by hitting either the space or enter buttons. Alternatively, you can progress the story by left click here. If you're feeling a little spicy, you can even progress the story by left clicking this icon. Rest to restore your health. To get health. Okay. Running out of hearts may have consequences. Finishing 3 research events will result in the completion of your contract, ending your current chapters. So make sure you've done everything you want before finishing your research for the professor. Wisely, I'm not smart. Keep an eye out for anything odd. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but it may lead you to some fun extra. Alright. I don't know what to expect. Oh, chapter 1 alley. Like, that's cool. Like, I didn't even... New game? Because I don't know anything about this. During new game, well, I don't have any game progress to tech. I play this and not tell me. Because I had to just install this game. This is weird. Alright. Guess we'll do this one. Accept. Autosave notification. I accept the autosave. I don't think I'm gonna remember to save. Oh, well, that's a cute cat. Chapter 1. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Island approach! Make yourself ready! Finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans and didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island Resort. Yet here it is, the little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent me the offer to me? I rummage in my bag until I find the paper. Dear Miss Spock, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of the research assistant to the Professor Popper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for the initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Pop. No, No, no mistake, that was my name, right there in the top left-hand corner, Miss Spock. And there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind the whole operation, Professor Popper. Okay. Science genius and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see a dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly, we're sailing smoothly toward a jetty through an opening in the rocks. I blow out the breath that I've been holding and break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather brusquely, "Take all your belongings, we won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need." "Thank you." I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly through the wooden jetty, and the son leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Joe. "Sir, caught you a mouse." And then he laughs loudly as though he said the funniest thing that he's ever heard. It's very The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. "Let's be having you." He holds out a large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat, but as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I fall over the side. What a great start. "ID card?" "Oh, I see, of course." I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. "Hello, Sandy Paleo. How are you today?" I guess we're back in 2017. Look there, Smezzy was a friend. I have no idea what's going on in this game. This is weird. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. "This way." I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush, and green. What's this game? This game is called Purrrfect. It's about cats, and I don't know what else. It's probably gonna be weird, for all I know. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the latter. The whole camp is moderate but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares. She ain't very pleased with her life. I try not to get paranoid. Too late. Awkward turtle. Here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go in. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. That was Professor Popper. I walk in and there he is, hunched over some documents, the great Professor Popper. "Sir, it's an honor to meet you." Yes, you must be Miss Spock." "Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey." "Well, long." "Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here." "Oh. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger, perhaps whiskey." "I'd love a cup of tea, if there's a pot on the go." "Ah, I can tell you're new. The tea here tastes like cat piddle. You really don't want to drink it." So he pours me a cup of coffee from his canteen. Smez is just feeling like Gun ho. Time to restart. After whiskey. It's a good thing I like coffee. It'll take a while for your way around and discover how it all works. So for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals. I've only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside. Ah, Miss Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Miss Spock, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins to go through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each one of them in turn. This is your backpack. You put everything in it. We will be going on plenty of field trips, so it'll be very useful. And your own water bottle. Listen. Some disinfectant hand spray. Safety. And these are heavy-duty reinforced gloves, which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know now, do we? Oh, I suppose so. I shove each item into my new backpack, and he gives them to me. Likewise, these goggles are to be brought along on field trips. This spot here. He indicates a small pile of what looks like laundry. The basic uniform, lab coats, mask, stethoscope, etc. Portable first aid kit, camping knife with tool attachments. Finally, and without a doubt, and most importantly, this. He holds up what looks like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. This is your catalog. Catalog? Yes, the name comes from the earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them, and log their details, but as you see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos, there's even a pin that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cat's necks so that we can keep track of them. It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Miss Spock, and I need you to protect it above all else. Alright, will you Aye, Captain. He is looking me directly in the eye and clearly expects her. Yes, sir, of course, I will look after it. Good, you'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can find a few friends to introduce you to so that you can try it out. I know. Definitely why. He hands me a gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have it a go. Alright. Look at that superstar cat. That was a cute kitty. We head down the beach and the professor is explaining things as we go. Oh my goodness. So much reading. I wanted to play a Tycoon game today. And this is what I get. Because I was like, there's no Tycoon games I want to play. And then I was like, I'll play something weird. Well, a weird is a lottery. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even... Oh, I have to yawn. Ooh. Sorry about that. Okay. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, and all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife in itself is quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put it simply, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, swallowing anything to enter. You mean literally anything? Absolutely no birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. Forgive my lack of intelligence on the subject, but we're here? The professor lets out the discernible laugh. Ah, I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in this right now. What do you need to know is that basically the island is shaped like a peanut. He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map. This is our end of the island. This is well known to us now. We've been researching it for many years. The other end is not so familiar with us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not as sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has the adverse effect upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least, and at the fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear. You've had a long day for now. Let's just say that. We refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone, with good reason. I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range. It refers to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and the X through the end section. Oh man, not be yawning. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you to getting too close to them. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home. He has led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out your catalog now in this spot? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled looking cat who was sleeping under the shade of a palm. The cat lets out a displeased meow, but doesn't struggle in a large body. Thank you for the bits, Fender! In its large body, billowing with long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful champ? I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activated. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop 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 sound with a red pulsating light. I select the app labeled Cat Scan and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with his arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implanted into the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. I blow to make a parting and press the catalog to his skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries at the supermarket where I use. That should do it. And he plops the marmalade Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has been successfully scanned. Meow. Oh, his name? Floofy Butt. His name's Floofy Butt. Floofy Butt. He's a male. He's 10 years old, 4 months. He's a red tabby. He's a Persian in his eye color. Amazing. Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cat, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. But it looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. For real. Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here? These 5 spend a lot of time together. They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes. The professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're going to get along great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. The first cat I approach is friendly with a beautiful calico. It comes towards me already. Rixie, she's a 3 years old, 8 months, calico, American short hair, and her eye color is gold. Is that the professor? That is the professor. That right there? Yes, he is the professor. His name's Professor Popper. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay much attention and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. This is Snooty Booty. Snooty Booty is a female, 11 years old, 1 month. Her breed is a Sphinx and eye color. The fourth cat I approach is a Noisy. years old. He's brown and he's a crossbreed in his eye color. And finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last. He's been soaking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspicious, as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these. His name is Kibbles. He's a boy, 3 years old. He's a white British long hair, and his eyes are green. All done. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals. Professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. It's probably enough for your first date. Don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. It really is. I am suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry. I'm surprised how chilly it is, and I have pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples balloon all over my arms, shivering, and I rub them. It makes me smile to think that the inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feeling friends warm. My eyelids close, thinking of cats, and the island and the world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake with a violent jolt that leaves me sitting bolt upright. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear rustling and then a strange electronic noise, one that is in my sleepy place right now. Boop, boop, boop. Cat's home. Acting on instinct, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. I look around me and my fears are confirmed when I catch sight of a pulsing red light getting fainter in the direction of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Barefoot, dressed in my pajamas, and running at full speed into the forest in the I must be crazy. The words of Professor Popper are ringing in my ear. I need you to protect it above all else. My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop feeling up my heartbeat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out, my breathing billowing in front of me. Of white puffs. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and realize I blunder perilously close to the danger. I can't make out the shapes, but some large animals are in front of me. Before my eyes are closed, I drop to my knees. I need Joe Exotic or Carol Baskin to come get these kitties. I put my eyes on the calico cat from yesterday's scene. He drops the catalog at me. Hello, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you, Floofy Butt. You okay? Yes, I am, McMurphy. What is it? I don't know, Kibbles. Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human. Oh, Snooty Booty is very snooty. Kibbles says, oh yeah, yuck. I can smell it now. Smells like human. Snooty Booty says, oh, doobie. Trixie says, are they alive? Floofy Butt says, of course it's alive. It's breathing, you imbecile. Why isn't it moving? Says Kibble. Would you come on and give me some space? Move back a bit. Snooty Booty says, yes, stand back. Move out of the way. Let me have a proper look. I have begun to come to Pink's cat. Oh, look at those cool emotes. Pink's cat is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other. Stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what is this one defective? Snooty Booty says. Oh, I feel sick. I'm going to puke. The cats watch me intently. Am I insane? Ouch, my head. What is it chattering about? Snooty Booty says. They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Trixie said, human, are you alright? I remember you. You took my catalog. Oh, but I gave it back to you. It's in your back pocket. I tried to reach in my pocket and realized my hands were scratched to shreds. Ow, 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 what is wrong with my hands? I tried to stand. Ow, 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 feet, what happened to me? Yeah, I guess that's from all the time. I told you it wasn't ready for that, Fluffy Butt said. What? That ready for? Its anatomical structure is far too delicate. I tried to slow it down. Yeah, Floof, you tried restraining the human who's that determined. It was like the Margay, its anatomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like, what doing? What? Cats. Very much so, Kirby. It's a bunch of cats. You made your own way back to the beach, McMurphy said. Okay, but that doesn't explain. Oh, my bleeding hand. Ah, you crawled. Kara. Kara? Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. Oh, well, that's cool. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's in a book. Oh. Nudity is so... Wait, I crawled? You sure did. Like a cat? Yep. All the way from the mountains? Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive. But why? Because you got the sickness. Shh. The snooty. Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk. Possibly a long talk. Talk? Yes, that's right. Since when can cats talk? Oh, for goodness sakes, it's the dawn of time. How else do you think we could communicate? What is this? This is Purrrfect 8. It's about cats. I don't know, Duck. It was in my Steam library and I was like, you know, let's try it. Like, why not? Like, I should stream something. So, yeah. This is what I'm doing. YOLO. Stop splitting whiskers, Major. You know full well what the human is saying. I think the revelation here, Kara, is that you can understand us. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what the heck is going on? Well, we don't fully understand everything ourselves, at least. Not all the details of the works. I think being stood in the forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much detail as anybody would want. I agree. And more to the point, we were rather hoping you would be able to help. Oh my goodness, thanks for the 10 bits, Duck. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to empty that cup. Filling up. Would you be able to help us? You are a scientist after all. Oh, snooty booty kind of being honest. Alright, Kirby, see you when you get back. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking. Like, what the would you be? Well, there's no easy way to say this to you, Kara. You've been catified. I've been catified. I have been catified. No. I'll be what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before. If I may. It would seem we are back basing this off our experience to date, that when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable in ways they were previously not. That is to say, you're screwed. Thanks, Kibbles. Kibbles, like you're just a ball of bitter. You're not helping. Don't make me... Whoa, mountain lion. There'll be no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability in which Snooty Booty was referring to, simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you will begin a process of change that will ultimately result in a full feline transition. Edified. So basically you're telling me I'm aware. I look down and amongst the scratches on my hand are 2 distinct puncture marks. The reality of my situation descends on me like a cold mist, basically. Yes. is spinning. This is too much for me to take in. Take a deep breath now, Kara. You're not looking. What? Have I started to change? I feel my head for my ears, fur, everything seems to be normal. No. I just meant you're looking a bit shaky. Understandably so. I take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself. Enough is. Okay, so why, how, what? Give me some data. What have you got so far? Trixie says, look, we'll answer anything we can, but the truth is we have more questions than answers. So you said you need my help. What exactly would that entail? Well, finding our friends would be in part. The cats on this island are going missing. We don't know what's happening to them, but the body count is rising. We've hit a wall of ignorance, maybe. Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The Muellers aren't to blame. Your background would be awesome. Welcome back. Now, Floofy Butt, there is no need for name calling. Speaking of name calling, I'll remind you to call me Major, Madame. Look, they can't help the way they are. It's a lack of breeding. Overbreeding, if you ask me. Again, Muellers? They're the elder cats, the island originals. They can't speak the way we can, hence the derogatory term. And how are they to blame exactly? Well, if I knew that, there would have been no need for this elaborate kit. It's hardly proving to be a roaring success. Look, Kara, all we really know is that we are no longer safe on this island. The elders who live within the danger zone are hostile towards us. Not sure why, it's always just been that way. And now, because cats are being taken, nowhere else is safe either. You expect the occasional mishap. We live in an undomesticated world here. But lately, cats have been disappearing almost every day. Even the last human we catified went. I'm sorry, what? Let's not open old wounds again. Yes, onwards and upwards. Well, first things first. This werecat thing, catification, transition, whatever. How does it work? Time passes, then you transform into a cat. It's a gradual process. It's different for everyone, but you won't just turn overnight. The clock is ticking, however. The first side effect of the transition is being able to understand us. Well, some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Why is the orange one fat? I don't know. Why is the Sphinx one snooty? Why is this one the bunny one? I don't know. Not all the domestics eat. Then you have the whole heightened senses thing, the increased agility, the crazy body hair stuff. Let's not worry the human with all the details just yet. I assume there's an antidote. I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed in that assumption. Hang on. You said there was someone else who you'd put in this position? Well, let's hope you're a better bet than they were. Unfortunately, they weren't able to discover an antidote or get our friends back. I know where their notes are, though. Really? Great. Huh? You help us, and I'll give you their progress reports. So what do you say, Kara? Will you help us? Will I help the kitties, or do not help the kitties? If I hit do not help, will I have to start the game all over? Like, that would be a complete bummer. But if I help the kitties, we just keep going on with this. Like, I kind of want to hit do not help the kitties just to see what would happen. But at the same time, in my soul, I was need to just hit help the kitties because that's a lot of progress. Just so I guess we'll help. Not much of a choice, really, is it? I'm afraid not. Okay, fine. So, where do I start? Is there anything you can tell me that will help me track down your missing friends? Well, no one listened to Sense. Start with the Muellers, and I'll eat my hat if it doesn't end too. Whispers, don't mind him. He's set in his ways. We we have every reason to believe the abductions take place in your part of the island. Yes, nowhere near the danger zone or the elder. Well, that doesn't make much sense, but I suppose nothing does around this. My catalog starts beeping. Oh, my alarm! I have to get to work. You run along now. We don't want your arousing suspicions with your people. You can meet up with us later. I'll make sure those reports are in your tent before this evening. Thanks, Kara. You're one in a million. I imagine the odds are far greater than that, given your new health status. Go! And thanks from all of us. He's my favorite. For sure. He seems like to have a good head on her shoulders. She's a little cutie, so... And after a rather painful journey, I'm very grateful I'm finally limp into camp. I just have enough time to get myself tidied up for work. And I'm about to peel off the filthy pajamas when I hear my catalog. I have a message. I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Popper programmed into. In fact, there's no contact at all. No number. Are you sure is it wise to trust everyone? Anyone? What on earth does that mean? I liked the shrimp. You liked the shrimp? Well, that's cool. I'm glad you do. Me. Who is that? There's a lot of you. Don't you know? Think carefully about who you confide in. Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone, and my catalog has no record. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good first impression on my first. Oh, Miss Bach, good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day? I'm terribly sorry, sir. I think I was traveling and all the excitement of yesterday. I take punctuality very seriously. It cuts across my head. Not to worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll find quite relaxed about most days. As long as you get the work done, I don't mind what hours you keep. Thank you, sir. So shall we get started? My goodness, what happened to you? He's looking at the scratches. Oh, I fell and tried to save myself by grabbing a pillow. Not a secret dream. Are you Miss Bach? Oh no, sir. I'm a bit of a lightweight. Just teasing. We ought to get those hands sorted out, though. They look pretty nasty. He goes to a tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bottle and some hot wool. Then begins cleaning and tending to my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things. But from tomorrow, I'll let you make your own choices about how to best carve out your job. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out your job as a research assistant. However, try to make the most of your time on the island. Once your work is completed, you won't be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So don't waste it all in the lab. Naturally, I need your help around here, but I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot to see. Take the time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of the behavior is crucial to our research. There is plenty to see and do. However, you must be careful not to overwork the regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? I'll try to get that balance. That's the spirit. So there you are. He's done a first-class job on my wounds, and they are bothering me now. I spend the rest of the day with the professor, getting to know how the various pieces of the equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I will be doing. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted, and I make my way to the... This is a lot of reading. I'm about to flop down on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. It's the reports that Kip has promised to deliver. The cat's right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn into a cat? I decided that it's not an option to resolve to get going on my own research. instincts tell me that the cat will be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they are prepared to tell me. I need to gain their trust and see if I can get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight, I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write in my journal before I fall asleep. The first morning of waking up on the island, I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into the research lab, or maybe it would be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself. Perhaps a good starting point would get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. Oh, I got an achievement. I call it a new job. Alright. So I need to make sure my health bar stays full according to the directions, and then we're going to romance, I guess? That's the okay, so I can't romance anybody but Snooty Booty and McMurphy. So I can start with Opera. Kara, wake up. Mummy, is that you? Snooty Booty. You tell me Snooty Booty. I just was going off the top row. I'll do Snooty Booty next. Well, good luck dating cats or whatever. I'm off to begin my own adventure. Okay, Duck, I will see you soon. I'm pretty sure I'll be like getting off here soon, and I'll be jumping into your stream just to be like, hey, and bug you. Plus, I haven't played Minecraft lately. I need to take it away from my son's Switch so I can keep building my house. So, thank you for stopping by, though. Shh, quiet. Come with me. I have something to show you, but you have to be. Oh, you gotta be quiet. Yes, it's me. But it's the middle of the night. Kara, you're not scared, are you? Why would I be scared? Creeping around in the forest in the middle of the night. Don't worry, Kara. I'll be there to protect you. McMurphy, you know very well that there's a force field around this island, stopping anything from the outside getting in, and it's a pretty safe space. Indeed. So the only things you have to worry about are the things that are already. He leers at me and with anger. Seriously, Murph, if you're the worst threat here, then this is the safest place on Earth. So, Kara, what are you waiting for? I followed Scraggy's head into the forest, and the ground is wet and muddy, and I lose my footing a couple of times, but McMurphy is too determined to notice. Suddenly, he stops dead in his tracks. Here we are. Where is here, McMurphy? He ignores my questions and starts digging into some mud and leaves on the... Almost got it. Could use a hand, Kara, if you don't mind. Get these leaves out of the way. That's it. Here we go. Here we are, okay? We're digging until there's a fairly deep hole in the ground. My arms and nightclothes are covered in mud and leaves, and McMurphy looks at the bog monster in the darkness. Ta-da! Ta-da. Can't you see it, Kara? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I always forget how useless humans are in the dark. Just reach into the hole and take out whatever you find. I reluctantly reach into the burrow and feel something hard and cold against my hand. I wrap my fingers around it and pull it out. I know the shape, but my eyes can hardly process it. It's a bottle? That's right, Kara. It's my secret stash. No one knows about it, not a soul, but I thought I'd share it with you. Thought we could have a welcome to the island party for two. Secret stash. Is this booze? Murphy lets out a wild laugh. That's it. That it is, Kara. You drink alcohol, but you're a cat. That can't be good for your body. It's not good for anybody's, but it does wonders for the soul to be. Well, I suppose you're right there, Mick. I guess one little sip wouldn't hurt. That's the spirit. I try in vain to get some of the mud off of me before giving up and sitting down against a tree. A sodden McMurphy curls in. It takes a while to uncork the bottle. McMurphy keeps telling me to smash it open and that the glass shards will only add to the flavor, but eventually I succeed my way. I pour a little out and McMurphy into a leaf, and I self-consciously swig from the bottle, feeling a touch uncivilized. So much liquor escape for real, Smez? Like, first the doctor or the professor wants to offer me liquor, and now a cat? I have not a clue what's going on. McMurphy, what in heaven's name is this? Alright, I'm gonna predict it's not really, I'm gonna predict it's like fruit that you ferment in the ground and then it turns into wine. Now, don't worry about that, Cara. It's not about the taste, it's about the... if it burns my chest, it ain't good. I hardly think I'm the type of person you usually hang around with. Well, I usually hang around with cats, and they're not exactly what you'd call my type. I respond by widening my eyes as I take another swig from the bottle. Somehow it tastes less terrible than the second time. I find humans much more interesting. They usually have a lot to say. Present company. McMurphy winks at me with his huge green eyes, and I blush, trying desperately not to show how boring I feel compared. Don't take it harsh, I'm only joking. McMurphy, I've been meaning to ask you something for a while. Anything, Cara, ask away. I'd love for us to get to know each other. Currently, you know my name is... The rest of the sentence is drowned out by McMurphy's howls of laughter. Aw, you make me laugh, Cara, you really do. I know exactly, your name is Miss Spock. Cara is just it's like a pet name, you know? Cara means friend, buddy, amigo. It's something my Mammy used to call her people. I guess it just stuck. It's one of those few things I remember about her, actually. That and her beautiful smile. Hey, flash me your pearly whites. I smile at McMurphy awkwardly. There you go, there's one. He bursts into fits of laughter. Ah, that's a lovely smile. Be sure, but you need to grow into it. Could you pop over here? Oh goodness, that is drunk. Okay. I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you more alcohol, McMurphy. I think you've had more than enough. In fact, I didn't even want to give you any in the first place. Did you not know that cats have 9 lives? And you want to waste them all on booze? And why not? Besides, the night is still young, and we've only just begun our conversation. Come on, Cara. We have a lot of chin wagging to do yet. Are you going to pour or not? Should I say? Alright, now I'm going to wait to see what y'all say. Should I say cheers? Or should I say this is an intermission? I'm going to wait to see what y'all have to say. Because I want to know what y'all have to say. I don't know what to do. This game weird, to say the least. Like, it's a lot of reading, it's a lot of, whoa, what is this? Like, a cat that drinks alcohol? Like, I don't know about that. So, cheers, or this is an intro. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's buy it, so. $50 and $50 every. My mom said to pick up berries. And you are. Okay, we're doing this as an intermission. McMurphy, I cannot, in good conscience, enable your drinking any longer. Oh, who made you the boss of me? I'm a vet, McMurphy, and I'm doing this for your own good. Oh, and what about your own good, Cara? I can't help but notice you're enjoying my fine vintage. Look at the bottle in my hand and realize I haven't actually drunk rather more than I thought. Oh, it grows on you, this stuff, does it? Are you coming around to think my way of thinking by any chance? Absolutely not. If you want a drink, you're gonna have to pour it yourself. Plant the bottle down on the floor in front of you. Pour? Murphy pounces on the bottle, pushing it over, and whips his head around the neck so the liquor just trickles straight down his throat. Whoa, mister. Okay. I know when I'm beat. I grab the bottle away from him and pour the conservative amount into his mouth. He laps it a little before looking back at me, as if he has something to say. Cigar, you've ever been in love? McMurphy, the second leaf has gone straight to your head. The cat smiles slyly. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Are you still with them? Well, I was technically with them to begin with. Ouch. Well, it's definitely their loss. Oh, I don't think so, McMurphy. We never actually met. Ah, you're not saying you're one of those, internet stalker types, are you? Them catfish that can tell tales of? No, McMurphy, gosh. It was Bowie, okay? I was in love with David Bowie, you know? McMurphy frowns and shakes his free head. Oh, see this, y'all? See, these eyes so green I can stare for 1,000 years, you know? Ah, that's a charming song, but I'm afraid I have no idea what's going on anymore. Oh, come on, McMurphy. Everybody knows David Bowie is. Red hair, lots of makeup, one blue eye, one brown eye. Well, I did know one sweet soul with blue eye and brown eye, but I can assure you they wouldn't be caught dead in McMurphy's story. Well, what about you, McMurphy? Who's the love of your life? Don't have one, Kara. Never have, never will. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a free agent. I'm a big old yeti out in the mountain, all hairy and smelly and alone. For some reason, I find that very hard to believe, Mr. McMurphy. Fine, you're right. I'm a fool, lovesick fool. I've had my heart broken more than once, Kara, and each time hurt more than the last. I tell you, the thing is, Kara, I can't remember a thing about any of it. Any of what? I don't know. What are we talking about? David Bowie. Ah, that's right. So tell me how the two of you met. McMurphy, I think I'm drunk. What the heck have we been drinking? Leave me alone. I haven't touched a drop. Ugh, I think I'm gonna vomit. Alright, I wake up in the forest with half-empty bottle in my hand and McMurphy is nowhere to be seen. And how the heck did I get here? I get on the thing and I look at my catalog. Whoa, is that really the time? Crikey, I need to get to work. Well, it's saved, so, on that note, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get off. If you guys want to see more of this, please let me know, because I will gladly play it. It's weird. We can experience it together. If you'd rather me play other silly games, let me know. There's plenty of other silly games in the world. I need to go make sure the kids go to bed and everything. So I will be back on. Oh, Kirby, I'm sorry. Were you enjoying this? I will definitely then play it again. So I will figure out when this. I know tomorrow and Friday I'm playing Ark. So Ark Survival Evolved. So I will try to work this into the schedule. Maybe like Tuesdays, Wednesday thing. Well, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys had a great rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.